Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. Let's get right to our top stories this morning. Brought to you by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. The Clark County School District headquarters was the site of a protest Wednesday. About 200 parents, teachers, and students gathered to protest the CCSD's indoor mask mandate.
The thing is parents are really angry and they don't know what to do. They feel powerless. And what we do as an organization is we empower parents to advocate for their kids. We give everyone a place where they can go and collectively advocate together.
One parent had a message for Superintendent Jesus Jara and Governor Steve Sisolak.
I want Jara to listen to the parents, and I want Sisolak to listen to the parents, and let our kids be kids. Let them unmask at school. If they're sitting further enough away from their classmates, then let them pull their mask down while they're actually doing tests so they can focus.
Meantime, federal and state officials have reached an agreement to prop up Lake Mead's water levels. Under the agreement, farmers in Southern California will be paid not to plant crops. One official said the plan will reduce the lake's water decline by 3 feet over the next 3 years. The federal government will take on half of the costs, while water districts in Nevada, Arizona, and California will split the remaining costs. Federal officials are expecting to declare the first water shortage for Lake Mead on Monday. Nevada, Arizona, and Mexico are expected to reduce their allocations next year. A 21-year-old woman has found herself at the center of a deep divide in her hometown of Mesquite, a case involving politics, police, and allegations of sexual assault. Review-Journal's Jen Ah tells us more. Jen?
Well, Renee, never did Kylie Tobler imagine that her very personal and painful past would be thrust into the spotlight, and for political reasons. Tobler says she was only 16 when she was, quote, abused emotionally, physically, and one December night I was assaulted sexually.
My dad called me and he said, honey, just so you know, there's this letter that's coming out in the next couple days. I'm sorry, I tried to stop it.
This was years later when Mesquite City Attorney Bob Sweden, who worked on her case, was running for mayor. Questions arose about whether Sweden had done her father, the city's deputy fire chief, a favor by charging her ex-boyfriend. The city's police chief wrote, quote, an official investigation was conducted by the Mesquite Police Department. The results were documented in a full police report and reviewed by a supervisor. The investigation showed that no probable cause existed that showed any crime had been committed. While there are many sides to this story, sexual assault survivors and other community members are calling on city and law enforcement officials to apologize for bringing this very private incident into the public's eye. To read the full story, go to lvrj.com. Renee?
In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability, a new report looks at how Amazon is having an impact on Nevada's economy. The company says it has invested more than $6 billion in the Silver State since 2010. Amazon also said it has created more than 21,000 jobs in Nevada since entering the state in 1999, along with more than 22,000 jobs in support industries like construction and transportation. Here in the Valley, Amazon has announced plans to open distribution centers this year in Henderson and North Las Vegas.
Sports, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus up to $500 when you sign up. For the first time since the team relocated to Las Vegas, the Raiders will play in Allegiant Stadium with fans in attendance. For those attending the preseason matchup against the Seattle Seahawks, masks will be mandatory. The Raiders said they'll follow state and local guidelines and will require fans and employees to wear masks while inside the stadium. Several enforcement agents have been assigned to this weekend's game, and they will be monitoring protocols and how safety measures are being enforced.
Let's take a look now at your local weather forecast, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour Air is here for you. Sunny and hot in the forecast for your Thursday. Light winds coming from the northeast. Highs today around 105 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear skies, lows in the mid-80s. For the rest of the week, staying in the low 100s Friday into the weekend, 106 by Saturday. We will continue to have sunny and hot conditions with evening lows in the mid-80s. Possible rain chances coming up by next week. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Oakmont of Las Vegas Assisted Living and Memory Care, the best care for the best life, MGM Resorts is selling 11 works of art by the one and only Pablo Picasso. Sotheby's will conduct the auction at Bellagio on October 23rd. MGM calls it the most significant fine art auction in Las Vegas history. It says it wants to make its art collection more diverse and inclusive. According to Sotheby's, the works range in value from $50,000 to $30 million. If you'd like to place a bid or just watch the live stream, visit Sotheby's.com. In your health news, sponsored by 4M Dental, love your smile again. Government agencies are not the only ones with vaccine rules. The organizers of Life is Beautiful announced that they will require guests to have proof of vaccination or a negative test of COVID-19. All unvaccinated guests will be required to wear masks. Organizers say the three-day music festival is taking other measures to keep guests safe, including touchless wristbands and cashless transactions. Life is Beautiful returns to downtown Las Vegas in September.
Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Manny Pacquiao is still challenging for a welterweight title on August 21st here in Las Vegas, though his opponent won't be Errol Spence Jr. due to a retinal tear. Westgate has Pacquiao favored at -300 over his new opponent, Yordenis Ugas. For Saturday's top-ranked boxing card, Circa Sports has John Riel Casimero as a -215 favorite to defend his bantamweight title against Guillermo Rigondeaux. Also on the card, Virgil Ortiz is favored over Egis Kavalauskas at -1200, and Andrew Maloney is a -185 favorite against Joshua Franco.
In your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada, David Perico and his musicians have a new gig at Allegiant Stadium. Perico has been named the front man for the Raiders house band. The 19-piece band will include members of his Pop String and Pop Evolution projects. Pop Strings has a residency at Caesars Palace for 4 years until Caesars Entertainment shut down several of its venues in May. The Raiders house band debuts Saturday when the Raiders play a preseason game against the Seattle Seahawks. Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have a Roku device, search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. From all of us here at the Las Vegas Review Journal, have a great day.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.